The power of tiny changes. Welcome to Future Business School Book Bites. Imagine this. You're at the starting line of a marathon, and as you look down the path ahead, it seems impossible. But what if I told you that the secret to crossing that finish line doesn't lie in a sudden burst of speed or a grand effort, but in the tiny, almost imperceptible steps you take along the way? Today, we're diving into Atomic Habits by James Clear, a book that reveals how small, consistent changes can lead to extraordinary results. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear might just transform your life, one tiny habit at a time. James Clear introduces us to the concept of atomic habits, small incremental habits that compound over time to create significant change. The core idea is that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just as money multiplies through compound interest, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. Consider this. If you get just 1% better each day, by the end of the year, you'll be nearly 37 times better than when you started. On the flip side, if you get 1% worse each day, you'll decline almost to zero. This is why small habits matter. They may not seem impactful in the moment, but their cumulative effect is profound. Clear breaks down habit formation into 4 simple yet powerful steps he calls the 4 laws of behavior: change, cue, craving, response, and reward. These steps form a loop that your brain follows when forming any habit. Cue, the trigger that initiates the habit. It could be a specific time of day, an emotional state, or a location. Craving, the motivational force behind the habit. This is what you want to achieve, like feeling relaxed after a stressful day. Response, the actual habit you perform. This could be as simple as lighting a cigarette or going for a run. Reward, the outcome that satisfies the craving. It reinforces the habit loop, making it more likely that you'll repeat the behavior in the future. To build good habits, Clear suggests that we make the cue obvious, the craving attractive, the response easy, and the reward satisfying. Conversely, to break bad habits, make the cue invisible, the craving unattractive, the response difficult, and the reward unsatisfying. One of the most profound insights in Atomic Habits is the concept of identity-based habits. Instead of focusing solely on the outcomes you want, Clear advises shifting your focus to the type of person you want to become. Your habits are a reflection of your identity. What you do consistently is who you are. For example, instead of setting a goal to run a marathon, adopt the identity of a runner. When you believe you are a runner, lacing up your shoes and hitting the pavement becomes a natural part of your day. This shift in focus from outcome to identity makes it easier to maintain your habits over the long term, because you're not just working towards a goal, you're living in alignment with your identity. Clear emphasizes the importance of the 1% rule. The idea that small, consistent improvements are more effective than drastic, unsustainable changes. This rule is about focusing on the tiny details, the marginal gains that, when added together, lead to massive success. Take the example of British cycling. For years, they were the laughingstock of the sport. But when Dave Brailsford took over as the new coach, he applied the 1% rule, focusing on every small detail from the rider's diet to the type of pillow they slept on. The result? The British cycling team won 70% of the gold medals at the 2008 Olympics in Beijing and dominated the Tour de France. Clear also discusses the crucial role of environment in habit formation. Your environment often dictates your habits more than sheer willpower. By shaping your environment to support positive habits and eliminate temptations, you make it easier to stay on track. For instance, if you want to eat healthier, place nutritious foods at eye level in your fridge, making them the easiest choice. If you want to reduce screen time, make it less convenient by moving your TV to a less accessible location or by removing social media apps from your phone's home screen. Your environment should be a reflection of the habits you want to build, making good behaviors easier and bad behaviors harder. Clear introduces the concept of the plateau of latent potential, the idea that progress often doesn't appear linear. There's a period where you may feel like you're making little to no progress, but in reality, your efforts are compounding below the surface. This is why many people give up just before a breakthrough. Imagine you're trying to learn a new skill, like playing the guitar. The first few weeks might feel frustrating as you struggle with basic chords, but if you persist, suddenly you experience a breakthrough, and what seemed impossible becomes second nature. This is the plateau of latent potential at work. Trust the process, even when you don't see immediate results. Finally, Clear discusses the Goldilocks rule, which states that humans experience peak motivation when working on tasks that are right on the edge of their current abilities. Not too easy, not too hard, but just right. This sweet spot keeps you engaged and motivated because the challenge is manageable but still requires effort. For instance, if you're trying to improve your fitness, starting with a workout routine that's too advanced might lead to frustration and burnout. Conversely, a routine that's too easy won't provide enough stimulation to keep you engaged. Finding that perfect balance where you're pushing yourself just enough will help you stay consistent and motivated. Atomic Habits by James Clear is a transformative guide to understanding how small changes can lead to significant results. By focusing on identity-based habits, making 1% improvements, optimizing your environment, and applying the Goldilocks rule, you can create habits that stick and transform your life in powerful ways. Like, share, and subscribe to future business school channels for more interesting videos. Make the background music Goosebumps. Make it the Banditi.